Man, what is up, Cowboys Nation? We are live at Boyd Farm getting ready for this Cowboys watch party. It's time to get hot. It's time to get ready because Cowboys going to be whooping their ass real soon. So I hope you guys have got your food. I hope you guys have your drinks. We're going to get this thing rolling. But first of all, we got to see what this defense is about. And we got the hitting machine who's going to be coming on. You got Kevin Smith who's going to be coming on. You got the OG 88, Drew Pearson, going to be coming on. So we're going to get their thoughts on this game because we need to figure out, are these boys ready? Are they ready to make that run? Are they ready to take down these Bears in Chicago? Because all the haters can say all they want. They talk about Dak. They can talk about CD. They can talk about Pickens. But all that matters is, what is this defense going to do? Can this defense step up? So we want to get my man Aaron with Boyd Farm. We want to get his opinion, get your thoughts. How you feeling, my man? And this is a beautiful facility. Just a great place to watch some football, brother. So how you feeling? You hyped? You nervous? What's going on?
Well, I'm always hyped. But the sunshine always shines on Cowboy Nation and Cowboy Land.
Well, looking at last week, I was at the game last week. That was a great game if you're a fan, but as a Cowboys fan, it was nothing I wanted. I wanted to chill and relax. Can we chill and relax today, or we're going to be going back and forth trying to figure out if we can stop them?
Well, let me just say, I'm going to take the famous words of one of my good friends, Eugene Lockhart. He says, you got to rise and grind. So you can't take it easy today. You can't relax. You got to put pedal to the metal. We got to do stuff.
Yeah. Well, thinking of that, looking at this defense, let's focus on the defense because that's really where the concern is. Can we get the pass rush? They got Jadeveon Clowney. He's a game time decision. I don't know if anyone out there in the chat knows if he is available. Trayvon Diggs was a game time decision. They need all their horses. I mean, we got to get these guys back. But if not, what do you think the Cowboys need to do to stop? Because Caleb Williams, I mean, he's USC. I'm from the 305. I'm a Hurricane, so I don't really think much of them Trojans, but he's a good quarterback. They got receivers. They got weapons. They got the tight end. Do we have the horses to stop them? Do we have the DBs that are going to be able to hold them down?
Yeah, we absolutely do. One thing we're going to have to do is keep him in the pocket because he is not accurate when he's throwing from the pocket. He's extremely accurate when he's throwing from running, and we can't let his legs beat us. I think we have the defense to do it. We got to get out of that zone. Don't play zone. Play man to man. Make them beat us man to man. Because if you're lining up next to somebody, especially our boys, you're not going to beat us man to man. Don't let them pick us apart in the zone.
Well, they always say the best friend to a defense is a good running game. And Javonte Williams, I watched him at North Carolina shred my Hurricanes. So I tried to tell everybody this guy's the real deal, coming off 2 years removed from that knee injury. He's been bringing it. I mean, the Bears defense is depleted. Make no mistake about it. Top two cornerbacks are out. One of the linebackers out. One of the defensive linemen out. The Cowboys should be able to control the clock and pound the rock and then limit the opportunities of that Bears offense.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. Javonte has got a new life here in Dallas, as far as I'm concerned. When he was in Denver, it was a kind of a slow death, and now he's in Dallas, and I think he's a whole different player, and I think that the Cowboys can control the run game, and Dak has been highly efficient with his passing. So I think the Cowboys are, I mean, with lack of a better term, they're going to whoop that ass.
You could say it. You could say it. And looking at Dak Prescott, I mean, to me, the look at the eye of the tiger, he just seems to have a different edge about him. He seems to have that aggression. He seems to have that killer instinct. Nothing's phasing him. He just looks like a man on a mission so far. It's only been 2 games, so I mean, we gotta let things play out. But he does look like a different player.
Absolutely. He's tired of hearing people talk shit about him, so he's going to prove them all wrong. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hop off here because I got my man Eugene Lockhart about to sit down.
Hit machine.
And by the way, Hall of Famer Drew Pearson just walked in the door, so we want to get him in here so he can have some conversation with y'all.
Absolutely.
Hey, love you, Mike. Go Cowboys.
That's what we're talking about. This is a party. This is an ultimate Legends watch party, man. You got the GOATs, you got the OGs in the house. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you guys are in that Dallas area, you need to be coming down to Boyd Farm in Lavon, Texas, because this party is getting started. It was phenomenal last time they had it against the Eagles. It just keeps getting better and better. I'm looking right across from Drew Pearson, the OG 88, Ring of Honor, Hall of Fame, the man who brings the passion to Cowboys Nation. I got Eugene, the hit machine. I'm looking at him. You got Kevin Smith. Got my man, Big Mike here. I mean, the whole crew is in the house. So you guys check it out. But really, looking at this Cowboys team, the pass rush is something they've got to get done today. They look good against the Eagles in the second half. Then you go against a Giants team that, let's make no mistake about it, Giants offensive line ain't no good. We should have dominated that offensive line, and they didn't. They started blitzing a little bit in the end, but they're going to have to manufacture pressure. And I know Eberflus, he likes to play it close to the vest, let his four guys rush. But if those four guys can't get pressure, they're going to have to create pressure because you cannot allow Caleb Williams to sit back there with those receivers and just pick us apart. I think that is going to be the key to the game, is the pressure that the Cowboys are going to be able to get on this Bears offense. And also looking at the linebackers, Drew Pearson, the OG 88. How you doing, man? I can't help it. I need you to be doing some talking. We're going to get this thing going. This is an absolute beautiful event, man, at Boyd Farm, man. You guys got to do it. But Cowboys Nation, I see you guys in the chat. How are you feeling? How are you feeling about this game? How are you guys feeling about the opportunity for the Cowboys to handle this on the road, go 2-1? I don't want to say what's coming next. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves and start thinking, man, we got an old dude, we got an old cowboy coming to town with a Packers team, and we got our Cowboys Cave tailgate party that's going to be in Lot 10. I want to make sure we're hyped up for that. So it's very important for this Dallas Cowboys team to get off to a fast start against the Chicago Bears. Eugene, we got to get Eugene on here, because if you're talking defense, we got to get the hit machine on there, or Drew Pearson. We're going to get someone in here. But honestly, this is just an awesome event. It's a beautiful facility. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the offense. Like I said, we're going to talk a little bit about CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. What I want to ask Drew Pearson is having that luxury of having two number ones. You saw it with him, with Tony Hill, in his younger days, with Drew Pearson. Obviously, Drew Pearson was matched up with some legends in the 70s. What I'm seeing from this offense is, what are you going to stop? Pick your poison. You want to try and stop CeeDee Lamb? You got to deal with Pickens. You want to try and stop both of them? You got Javonte Williams that you're going to have to deal with. It is going to be pick your poison for the Chicago Bears defense. I don't think they can go toe-to-toe with this Cowboys offense. So all the Cowboys have to do, jump on them early, really get Chicago one-dimensional. They're struggling running the ball anyway, so get them to kind of be that one-dimensional team, and then we'll get it going. But, Eugene, you hopping in here? Or Drew Pearson? We got Drew Pearson coming up in the house. So this is, like I said, we are at Boyd Farm live watch party. It's going to get hype. And I think the ultimate hype man, some call me the hype man. The ultimate hype man is coming in here real quick. We're getting closer. We're getting closer.
Yeah. All right. Come on, let's do this.
Let's get this. We want you to have a good time. We got the OG. We got Drew Pearson. We got Drew Pearson in the house, man. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good.
I got to ask you, looking at this Cowboys team, and a lot of people talk about the makeup, and they talk about, do they have the dog, and what is holding them back? You were obviously part of Super Bowl championship teams. Looking at the Cowboys over the last few years, what's the missing ingredient that's stopping them from over the top? Because they got the talent.
Well, you know, who cares about what happened? And we're thinking about this year. They're 1-1 right now. We got a good chance to today with the Bears to go 2-1, have a nice leg up because the Eagles look like
Eagles, they're in trouble.
I don't know how that game turned out, but they're losing when I left home.
26-21.
Yeah, so they're still in it. But, you know, the Redskins, their quarterback's not playing. So just take care of our business. Don't worry about the past. All right, this is the new team, new day, new era right now under Schottenheimer. And
I love the makeup.
We like him.
I love the makeup with what they're doing. Talking about receivers, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. It gives me shades a little bit. They got to win, but it gives me shades of Drew Pearson, Tony Hill. You got these dominant receivers. How do you think they can complement each other and really be a huge problem for the defenses throughout the year?
Just play the game and let it come natural. Don't force anything. CeeDee's going to bring a lot of coverage. So initially that's going to give Pickens some opportunities, and he's ready to take advantage of those. And then when the defenses start to even out a little more, then we'll go inside. You know, we got a pretty good tight end in Ferguson, and our backs can catch the ball out of the backfield. Dak has the potential to take off and run. We don't want him to run.
He looked good.
Yeah, he always
want to hold your breath when he gets going.
He gets hurt a little too much, but just take a knee. But anyway, we got some weapons. The line looks good. With losing BB's going to hurt, but we'll be okay.
You'll be good, man. I know you got a lot of fans here. They're all wanting to see you. Just want to tell you, Drew, I was at that draft. I was at that draft in Philly where you set them straight. Probably one of the greatest moments as a Cowboys fan, so I appreciate it. Looking forward
for the 5-time world champion Dallas Cowboys. Let's win this game today. God damn it. Hood up.
I love it. Drew Pearson in the house. Give it up for Drew Pearson, man. OG Hall of Famer. Love the man, the original 88. There's only going to be one. There's only going to be one. That Drew Pearson, man. Love him on the show. We got – come on. Oh, now we talk defense. And if we're going to talk defense – we need to bring my main man, the hitting machine.
Yes, sir.
The baddest linebacker of the Cowboys, middle linebacker. The man, 222 tackles in one season. Record's never going to be broken. Never going to be broken.
That's right.
We're talking, there's so much concern on the defense of the Cowboys. We know we got the offense. We know we got this defense. What do they got to do to come together?
Well, the first thing is they all have to be on the same page. You can't play good defense if you're not coordinated across the board. The defensive linemen got to know what the linebackers are doing, but the wide receivers and the defensive backs got to be in cohesion. They got to know exactly what coverage they are in. Take, for instance, what happened with
Neighbors and the receivers.
Right. When they're not coordinated and don't know what's going on, and the guy end up catching the ball.
3rd and 25, they're converted. Would you allow 3rd and 25? Are you allowed 3rd and 25 on your defense?
Man, that's crazy. I'm talking about, here's the deal. We already knew the Cowboys couldn't stop the run last year.
Yeah.
They still can't stop the run.
We're doing better now. We're doing better.
I don't know what you know what better is. But stopping the run, that means you're not getting 100 yards every time you play against a running back.
Yeah.
Okay, now, what happened last week? No pass rush. You got rid of the best pass rushing in the NFL, and then you replace him with a 31, 32-year-old. But anyway, as we've talked about on your show a many times, if the Cowboys are not hungry.
Got to be hungry.
If they're not hungry, you need a few guys on the team that's hungry. I'm talking about, we don't need no appetizer Cowboys. We need some whole meal deal Cowboys.
Full course meal Cowboys.
We need somebody to stand up and stand for something. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Absolutely.
But we don't want the NFL and the Dallas Cowboy fan to fall for the same old yoke-doke we've been hearing for the last 30 years. It's about time to put a product out there on that field so we can get back into the playoff, deep in the playoff, and perhaps the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. Because bottom line, I mean, this is an inferior team. Chicago is an inferior team to the Cowboys. The Cowboys should handle that business. They're 6.5-point favorites on the road, which is not common in the NFL.
Right.
They're supposed to destroy them. If the Cowboys are hungry, and this is the team we want them to be, they're going to come in there. They're going to handle their business. They're going to take care of Chicago and get ready for Green Bay next week, right?
I'll tell you this. The Dallas Cowboys can't take nothing for granted.
No.
They can't take, well, this is a sorry team. Well, hey, are you sorry? So you can't take nothing for granted. You got to play every game like it's your Super Bowl.
Absolutely. That's why they play us.
Like your life depends on it. We already know that everybody in the NFL want to beat the Dallas Cowboys.
Absolutely.
That's why every game is sold out. That's why every airport is filled up. That's what America's team stands for. It's time for America's team to come back. It's time to get some football players on this team that want to win. We want to win out there, don't we, Cowboy fans?
Damn it, we want to win. I'm 30 years. I'm getting tired of it. So, no, 100%. I agree. And, hey, all you guys in the chat, all you guys watching, man, Cowboys Cave, make sure you hit that like, subscribe. Eugene the Hit Machine's always hanging out in the cave.
Always in the
always
cave,
in
baby.
the cave,
It
man.
ain't nothing like being in the Cowboys cave. If you ever want to know about the Cowboys, if you ever want to talk about offense, defense, special team, owner, fan, you need to watch Cowboys Cave.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
you want to be the best, watch Mike Tag on the Cowboys Cave. My name is Eugene Lockhart, and I approve this message.
Damn right. Appreciate it, man. All right. Thank you, Eugene, for coming in, man. Appreciate it. We are getting closer and closer to kickoff. Mark, what do we got? What are we looking at with the Eagles? 26-21.
Eagles on second and go.
Oh, Eagles getting ready to score. So that's how it look good. Washington won. So the Cowboys have to keep pace. They cannot, and again, it's nothing against Chicago, and I know Cowboys shouldn't take any team lightly, but if you're the better team, you got to win the game. And I think sometimes with our Cowboys, we love them, but let's just be honest, they're always due for that flub, and they cannot have that. They've got a very difficult schedule down the road. You got to rack up these wins now. And when you got Chicago, that's a depleted defense, two of their top corners out, linebacker out, defensive lineman out, you have got to be able to attack and drop 40 on them. You just need to make sure this defense don't give up 42. But I think you're going to see this defense come out. I think Eberflus, he was a former coach for the Bears. He's going to take it a little bit personal. So I think the Cowboys are going to have something for the Chicago Bears offense. I think this defense is going to step up. I think you're going to see more of what you saw in the second half of the Eagles game where they got more pressure. You just kind of hope they get more bought into the system of Eberflus. But Eberflus has got to create pressure. If he can't do it with his front four, he is going to have to be able to blitz. He's going to have to be able to disguise things to make Caleb Williams think. Do not let him get comfortable. But more importantly, you cannot let Caleb Williams get outside the pocket and start running around. You saw it happen in week one. Jalen Hurts made some big runs. Caleb Williams is athletic. He will move around. But that's what I'm thinking. What do you think about that, Mark? Do you agree? And I'm just telling you guys, come down to Boyd Farm, watch party, man. This thing is hype. I'm seeing Drew Pearson, Eugene. You got Kevin Smith over there. I mean, you got some legends and OGs in the building. So this is going to be a fun time. It's going to be even better watching the Cowboys whip some Bears' ass. That's going to make it even sweeter. So I appreciate it. But looking at the final thing before we wrap it up and get things rolling, because we're getting closer and closer to kickoff, is prediction time. I'm looking in the chat. I'm seeing everybody, Cowboys winning comfortably. I think the Cowboys should win comfortably, but I think the most important thing is the Cowboys have got to get ahead. Have you seen anything, Mark, on Trayvon Diggs and Jadeveon Clowney? Are they active? See, let me know in the chat. Who do you guys see if you got him active? Look on DallasCowboys.com and see who's got active. One of the other things, looking at this running game and looking at the running game of this Dallas Cowboys and what they've been able to do to create. Finally, I'm a running guy. I'm an Emmitt Smith, Tony Dorsett. I think you win by running the football, and the Cowboys haven't been able to do that over the last year or so. I think Javonte Williams, Clowney's out. Is Diggs in? We just got breaking news. Checking real quick. Trayvon Diggs right down there. Is he active? It's still not sure. Someone let me know if he's active. If he's not active, I'm going to be a little bit worried. Jadon, what is up with Jadon Blue? Why is he still inactive? I mean, you spend a 5th-round pick. He's got game-breaking speed. I don't understand why they're still having trouble with him getting on the field. He's in a doghouse. But I tell you what, Javonte Williams, I tried to tell people. I tried to tell my Cowboy friends, Javonte Williams, when he was at North Carolina, he was a badass. He was the real deal. He got an injury with the Broncos. It's a 2-year kind of recovery. This is that 2nd year, and you're seeing him move the pile. You're seeing him be very physical, and that's what it's all about. Kevin Smith. And hopefully they keep this. Hopefully they keep this running game going, because the best medicine for a bad defense is a damn good running game. And the Cowboys just got to keep doing it. And I think they need Jadon Blue. I don't know why they haven't gotten him yet, but I think we're going to get Kevin Smith to wrap this thing up, get him over here in the cave, because this man was a lockdown corner, and we got to figure out what's going on with this secondary. Maybe my man Kevin Smith. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Good. Last week we had a little audio problem.
Yeah, we did. We were out on the patio.
Yeah. So we talked about the secondary of this Cowboys, and obviously 3-time Super Bowl champion, you're a lockdown corner. What do you see in this secondary?
Alignment. They just, if you watch the last play, Donovan Wilson made the interception. He was waiting on the ball.
Yeah.
So evidently the coaches told him, as a deep third safety, just get your ass deep, man. And I was watching the game with Keith Davis. We were at the stadium, and he kept asking me, saying, "Man, what are they in?" I said, "Cover 3." But the deep safety is not deep enough, and if it's not deep enough, it's bad angles. And he was chasing the deep third safety shouldn't be chasing a ball down the seam.
No,
he should be waiting on the ball.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys try to disguise. They want people to think that they're in certain things, or cover 2 safety, but if you don't have the depth and you're not Ed Reed, then you're not going to make those plays. And that happened 2 or 3 times in that game. So
I love Ed Reed. He's from the U, so I'm a Miami guy.
Right, well, you already know. Ed Reed is a little different. He can line up at the line of scrimmage and still get to the deep third. But it's correctable things. I do think the corners have to play better.
Yeah.
You just cannot give up the post. You can get beat on the fade or out route, but you cannot give up the post route.
Yeah.
It's just too easy of a throw, even for old Russell Wilson.
We're looking at the cornerbacks and the injuries, right?
Yeah.
Trayvon Diggs comes back from an injury. They got him on the snap count. And then Deron Bland. I mean, these guys can never be on the field together. It's like one's hurt, the other one.
Yeah, you're right about that. I don't know. I mean, Britt Brown is one of the best. I tore an Achilles and came back and played 5 years of football, and Britt Brown is probably one of the best in the business. To hear that him and Trayvon wasn't getting along, and Trayvon doing the off-season workout somewhere else, that's kind of disturbing. And then for him to come back and not be in the shape that they wanted him to be, that's disturbing. So again, it didn't start Sunday against the New York Giants. Some of this stuff has been all off season. Bland the same way. I mean, injuries are part of it, but I still think that you have to buy into, each week about buying into what's going to help you recover and be the best player you can be each Sunday. And so, guys have their own personal trainers, and it worked for Brady, but it doesn't work for everyone.
No. Well, looking back at the 90s, let me ask you, because I've had a lot of your teammates on my show, Moose Johnson, Coach Campo, had James Washington. I mean, just the list goes on and on. Kevin Gogan, and the mentality when I talk to those guys, you guys just played with an edge, and you guys just had that confidence. Why can't this Cowboy? And I'm talking for the last 30 years, not necessarily this team, but you've seen this team kind of have the talent, but just nothing gets over the top. And they say, well, it's the Dallas Cowboys. There's, they're spoiled, they're comfortable, the facilities, this and that. But I don't buy into that. I mean,
I think part of it is a little bit of entitlement. But what separated us when I first got to the Cowboys, Plan B was a big thing back then. When you bring guys, Jay Novacek was a Plan B guy. James Washington was a Plan B guy. And what Jimmy was doing was bringing in his guys, and he would bring in the Plan B guy. And then you had the Herschel Walker trade, which brought in, he brought in 8 guys. Only one of them stuck was Isaac Hope.
Yeah.
So when I first got to the Cowboys, I learned quick how the guys that were playing being professional athletes or being professional, the guys who just was happy to be in the NFL.
Yeah.
And the guy that was like the Moose, the Darren Woodson, the Tony Tolbert. These guys, I'm like, wait a minute, these guys are different. I have to be like them if I want to be a part of this team. I don't want to be the guy that's, oh, I got a brand new car, I got a Mercedes, and I can walk around with a gold chain. You know, Mike Irvin was Mike Irvin. But the difference makers was the Nate Newtons, the Kevin Gogans you mentioned, the James Washingtons. You bought into those guys or you wasn't a part of the team. And Jimmy would get rid of those guys that really wasn't bought in. So we all believed in each other. We all trusted each other. And it was 90% of the guys, and 95% of the guys was Troy Aikman, Moose, Darren Woodson, Alvin Harper, and then it was a 5% to Haley. We had to, but now you got, so when you got a team that's 95% on the same page, one or two Charles Haley's, you can get away with that. But if you got guys all over the place and they all got their own philosophies and they got their own concepts of how they can train and do different things, I think that plays a role in not having that cohesion that you got to have in the championship.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Well, this is just a great event. I know you've been involved in it a lot from the beginning. I mean, seeing all these Cowboy fans, we need another title. Man, would you imagine it's been 30 years?
It's been 30 years today, right? I mean, this year. You know, and you have some great players, the Romos, the Dez Bryants, you know, DeMarcus Lawrence. We've had some Zeke, Murray. We've had some great players come through. Vander wasn't Son Lee, all those guys. But they just hadn't been able to put everything together. I don't know if we're a Super Bowl team right now.
Yeah.
We could catch fire and win a lot of games. I think the league is pretty much kind of balanced. It's not really a whole bunch of snow. Tom Brady, New England's no more, but I think we're still a few players away. I think the Michael Parsons trade, we can't really decide how that affects us until about 3 years when we see who they pick. But, you know, Jerry's getting older, but I still think he's holding his ship. You know, he built it. It's worth billions. I think that's why, you know, instead of paying Michael Parsons, you know, to be the top 5% of the payroll, you know, he wants a bunch of guys to want to buy in and do more of the 90s guys.
Well, that's what you guys are all a lot of blue collar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, the top guys, I mean, Darryl Thompson used to say it the best. The best players on our teams were the guys that were there at 6 or 7 in the morning. They worked the hardest.
Yeah.
They weren't late. They were not going to be late for meetings. They were not going to be late for the plane. They were not going to do nothing outside of what the organization, the coaching, and the management wanted them to do, and everybody bought in.
Yep.
And so the football was more important than the podcast.
Yes.
The football was more important than the radio show. You know, it was more important than the TV show that they had. You know? And off-season guys did their things, but everybody was home there during the football season and bought into whatever our philosophy was.
Yeah, no, we got to get that dog mentality back.
We got to get it back, bro.
But I appreciate it. 3-time Super Bowl champ, man. Honored to have you on, man. We're going to get this thing rolling. So, but I appreciate it. And Cowboys Nation, it's about that time. It's getting closer and closer. So we are going to get things rolling. We're going to head out of here. We're going to be checking back at halftime. We're going to be checking back, doing a post-game show. So I appreciate everyone who's hanging out in the stream, everyone live. Make sure as you guys exit out, hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you guys are hanging here, hit that subscribe, check it out. And it looks like Rams are about to kick a field goal to win. So look, man, we win this game. We're going to be tied for first, right? And that's the way we got to look at it, right? We're going into that week tied for first. We got to handle our business this Sunday. So Cowboys Nation, appreciate it. We'll see you back here at halftime. We'll see you in the post game. You guys take care. We're going to get ready. We'll see you.
Give me somebody that's hungry. Give me somebody that's hungry. I need somebody.